Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share with you these three gentlemen, or specifically these two person. Let's put it this way. The third one I will introduce later on. So this two person, right, is someone that I read a lot about when it comes to trading and likewise in investing. So the first gentleman that I want to share with you, his name is called George Soros. So he's like the guru of trading. Okay, and the second person is called Warren Buffett. Right, so I think you are very familiar with both their name. But George Soros. So he's like the guru of trading. Okay, and the second person is called Warren Buffett. Right, so I think you are very familiar with both their name. But I studied them the moment when I start trading or investing. Okay, so you might not know, they were actually born in the same year. They were both born in 1930. And surprise to you, right, they were born on the same month, in August, right? So this is the crazy thing I do about trying to know the person, right? And I think one of them is like born on the early August of the month and the other one is late. But this is not so important. This is just telling you that I'm like a bit fanatic about them. But today, specifically, I want to talk about George Soros first, because it's basically trying to focus on what is trading, what are the things that I learned from this person. Okay, so this is one quote that he shared many years ago, and it really imprint into the way I start investing or trading. So let me read the quote to you. If investing is entertaining, if you are having fun, you are probably not making any money. Why? Because good investing, right, or good trading, right, is actually boring, right? So let me share what it means to me, right? It means that back to the story regarding my first trade, first 2 weeks of trading. You can actually go and listen to the video. What are the things that I learned from? Something about why it should be boring is, firstly, is you must have a systematic way to trade, right? It's something where over time you are going to repeat the process. It's not like you're going to change it every day. That's why it's boring, right? And secondly is your emotions have to be calm and poised, right? It cannot be like you are going through a roller coaster, right? That's something that you should not be doing. That's why this quote, right, really helped me a lot when it comes to trading. Right? I always focus on what's the process of my trade entry, my trade exit, my risk management, my money management things. And whenever I trade, I try not to get too overly excited, or likewise not too overly depressed. Right? I try to make it a bit more consistent throughout my trade, whether I am making money or not, or I'm losing money. Right? So then the next person that I want to share with you is actually his mentee. Okay, his name is Stanley Druckenmiller. Why I want to share this two person with you, right, is because both of them, right, they were in 1992, 20 years back already. They actually shorted the sterling pound, okay, the UK sterling, and they made 1 billion on that single day together. Okay, but before I get there, let me share what Stanley Druckenmiller learned from George Soros himself. So the one thing, he learned anything from him, but there is this one thing that he learned from Soros himself. Okay, so it is not whether you are right or wrong that's important. It is how much money you make when you are right and how much money you make when you are wrong. Okay, from this quote you can see, even a person like him, both of them are actually billionaire. Okay, and they are managing a hedge fund that is worth billions, right? And yet he can still tell you that he can still lose money, right? So again, is from this quote, what I learned the most, right, is really risk management, right? Even the biggest trader, the greatest trader, the trader will they are traders who probably will move the market, and yet they look at risk. How can you not? Right? Do not just look at how much money you can make from this asset or from trading. You should look at how much money you can potentially lose from this trade of yours. Okay, so let me go back to the story between the both of them again. They shorted UK sterling and they made $1 billion. Okay, $1 billion USD. So let me ask you this question. Okay, I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, let me ask you this question. Guess how much capital they use to make this $1 billion trade profit? Okay, I'm going to pause for maybe 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if your amount in terms of capital is anything less than the billion, okay, you are wrong. Okay, the capital that took them to make this $1 billion profit, right, is 10 billion. Okay, so you can see in their mind, right, when they make this trade, right, they basically want to make just 10% for this trade. Of course, the value is very big. Why? Because it's 10 billion, right? 10 billion and they make 1 billion is $1 billion is very big. Okay, but to add more context to the story, right? When Soros was trading in 1992, right? He's already, how old was he? He was 62 years old, right? And when he started trading, when he started become a trader in the Wall Street, he started trading in his 20s. So from 20s to 62, he have what, about 30 to 40 years of trading experience, right? So telling you this, right, is that, okay, before you make your 100,000 trading profit, right, you need to be patient, right? You need to be patient. Why? Because you are not even making $10, $100, $1,000, 10,000. How do you even try to make 100,000 or $1 million of trading profit, right? So let's have some reality in trading. Okay, it takes time, it takes skill, it takes you to be patient, it takes you to smoothen out your process in each trade. So Soros will always say that the trade idea is from Stanley Druckenmiller. Okay, but Druckenmiller will always say that it is the boss, which is Soros, that tell him to put in the trade capital of 10 billion, and that is why both of them respect each other for who they are, right? And I can tell you, I do truly believe in mentorship, right? And it's from this tool, right, I really embrace mentorship in all areas of my life, whether I'm being a mentor or someone being a mentor to me, right? Is being, again, stay hungry and stay humble, right? And do you know that when Stanley Druckenmiller left the Quantum Fund, which is George Soros' fund, right? George Soros was his initial investor, right? It tells you a lot about them, right? It tells you that even though Soros is very sad that he's leaving, right? But yet he still put money in this person's life. You know, there must be some good relationship that they have established, you know, even though they are not together. And today they are still investing. Okay, they are the two top traders that I look at and I follow throughout my whole trading journey, and today they are still investing and managing their money. So do try to listen to their conversation, their interviews, their books and all this, right? Because you want to learn from someone that is much better than you, right? Do you agree with me? Yes. So so this is a few things that you need to remember. One thing is you need to have a process, and the process has to be boring. And secondly, your emotion should always be kept intact. And thirdly, you can potentially lose money. Don't think that you can always win. Okay, so I keep this I conclude at this 3 point with you, and I hope that if this video, you have learned something from this video, please like and share to someone that you think will help them, and likewise comment below if you have more questions for me. I will actually answer you in the comment below too.